All right, loves, let's take a deep breath. I'm back. Welcome back to I Know It's Been a While So, with your host Livy, the podcast where I yell about TV like it owes me child support. Grab your coffee, your laminated planner, and maybe a stress ball. Season 2 is here and we're spiraling together. Let's get into it. In this episode, I know it's been a while, so I'm breaking down the first 3 episodes of the new season, the awkward reunions, the tension-filled hallway moments, Ava being an unbothered menace, and Janine deciding she's in her growth era, even if that means tripping a little along the way. Season 2 is here, and so am I, with snacks, opinions, and a slight emotional investment in fictional coworkers. Because look, Season 1 left us with zoo balloons, slow burn tension, and a breakup that was long overdue. Now, we're stepping right back into the chaos, which is alive and well. Jeanine is finally single. Gregory is still pretending he doesn't have feelings. Ava still doing the absolute least as an HR violation and healed. And Barbara holding the place together with wisdom and passive-aggressive grace. Season 2 is giving more drama, growth, and more moments that make me want to hug my TV and then scream at it. Let's go. Episode 1, Development Day, aka the preschool year chaos episode. So look, Janine was in her post-breakup single girl era, and it is loud. She rolls up in Development Day acting like she's super fine. She's extra chipper, extra organized, extra, I have a handle on my life, which, if you know Janine, is the biggest red flag of all time. She's in her I'm fine, everything's fine era, which we all know is code for I'm seconds away from an emotional collapse, so please be very worried about me. And naturally, she dives right into school, which kind of backfires because her car does get booted on the first day back. Because why not? Also, her rent is late, her life is upside down, and she's holding it together with glue and staples, which she can barely afford anyway. So, moving on. Ava, still thriving in delusion, still doing the bare minimum with maximal flair, and still somehow the principal. I love her for it. She kicks the entire episode off with a tailgate party in the parking lot, and flirts with Gregory per huge. Jacob is trying a little too hard, but I'll give him this. He learned sign language. Which, not to brag, but I know a bit myself, so I'm proud of him. But moving on to later moments in the episode, when he is asked to leave a hostel, he tells Gregory that he's asked to leave a hostel. I'm questioning, how do you get asked to leave a hostel? Don't they literally take anyone? How much were you talking that you were asked to leave? Anyway, Melissa having a combined classroom of 2nd and 3rd graders. I love that Ava just drops this on her. And gives her the opportunity to hire an aide, but, well, of course, Melissa says no. So you know it's about to be chaotic in the very best way. Meanwhile, Gregory is in full curriculum crisis mode. My dude is stressing over lessons plans like he's defusing a bomb for a class of 1st graders. Like, dude, relax. Barbara, being the queen of wisdom, just hits him with a. Whatever can happen will happen, and you just gotta prepare for it. Gotta roll with the punches. Chaos is the only constant in this building. Welcome to Abbott. And as always, she's right. Also, her just not putting up with Jacob this year. I love that for her. And of course, Mr. Johnson out here being the chaotic neutral of Abbott, helping in his weird but somehow still effective way, equal parts sweet and hilarious. But my thing is, how is dude gonna walk up in the classroom with a lunch table and just conveniently forget that there is an ADA desk in the storage room? You are the janitor. You are supposed to know these things. Or if not, someone has to, right? How is that completely impossible? But moving back to Janine, life is kicking her butt. Like, seriously. Like, oh, really, Janine? You're fine? Let's test that. Her car gets booted. Gritty shows up a week early. Rent is overdue, and it's all giving Spiral in a teacher cardigan. But let's take a few steps back. Honestly, I'm with Gregory on the whole. I don't really get Gritty, because I'm just trying to figure out what he, she, they, them, shim is supposed to be. It's giving Muppet, but I'm honestly unsure. Like, I didn't even know that was the Eagles mascot until, like, I watched this episode. So, but, like, what is it supposed to be? Like, I get Muppets, I think. I mean, the only Muppet I really like, I think, is Oscar. Sometimes Cookie Monster. Rarely Elmo. Wait. Dang. Is Muppet something completely different from Sesame Street? If it is, I'm completely confused. Either way, I completely got off topic. By the end of Abbott Elementary, coming round to that, accessibility wins get sprinkled in. Gregory finds an ADA desk for Miss Howard, of course. The kids get what they need, and Janine finally admits that she's sad. And the staff, they rally around her. Even Ava in her own way. So, claps and snaps. Can we also talk about Gregory being the only one who notices the part in her hair? It's the small things, whether it's a part in your hair or just changing your nail color. The smallest things can flatter people. Wake up. Open your eyes, people. Trust me. It's such a perfect start to the season. A bit messy, a little heartfelt, and it is very Abbott. This episode set the tune for season 2 perfectly. It's chaotic, it's heartfelt, and it's Janine slowly realizing that she might need to take some more time to heal. It happens when it happens. And she needs to put herself first. So, I love that for her. Growth. Amazing, isn't it? Moving on to episode 2, Wrong Delivery. This episode really said let's stir up some drama and sprinkle in some charter school shade for good measure. So this episode starts with Abbott getting a delivery that isn't for them. It's some new books for the fancy charter school. They're up to date, they're not ripped, they're not written in, they're amazing. So they get the idea to go over to the charter school just to check it out and see what's over there. And you could see the energy shift in Abbott when they see everything that Abbott doesn't have at the charter school. Like, you could feel the morale drop through the screen. But first, shout out to the return of the teacher who punted a student in the first season. She is terrifying, and I love her for it. Oh! Basically, Janine gets a peek at this pristine, soulless charter school, and Everyone's energy just drops faster than Ava's attention span at a staff meeting. Even the students feel it. So, naturally, Janine decides this is her moment to fix everything because why not? She starts with trying to paint her walls. That is a no go. So she pitches an improvement plan for Abbott and she semi wins. But not be before giving us peak Janine. Heavy breathing, extra, and roping everyone in. So, obviously. But she still technically wins. Love that for her. Ava has an idea to spend the grant money that they got in season 1. So she turned it into a full-on Shark Tank presentation. And her team on the panel with her is a student and Mr. Johnson, because why not? Meanwhile, in the subplot of Awkward Avoidance, Gregory is doing the most quiet sidestepping I have ever seen. Like, seriously. All because he's avoiding Barbara because of his Taylor situation. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I was cheesing through all the scenes of that because Gregory belongs to Jeanine. So the fact that Jeanine is now single and Gregory is basically single means that they have an opportunity to get closer before they actually end up in a relationship. Because I do believe that Janine needs her growth moment before she can actually be in another relationship. Because no person can just jump into another relationship unless it's a rebound relationship, and those never last. But coming back, Barbara finally drops the truth as Taylor has been ghosting Gregory, and not just ghosting him, but calling him broke. She literally texted her mama and said, "This man is a broke boy." Like, ouch. And in all fairness, Barbara handles it the only way Barbara can, with grace and composure. Okay. But anyway, moving on to Melissa being shady with her charter school doppelganger, who actually turned out to be her sister. Ava Abbott always delivers a plot twist. I'm just going to say that. Ava, being the chaotic ringmaster, she somehow makes Shark Tank pitch about herself and how it can help her, benefit her in any way. So she still walks away like a genius in her own mind by getting the water ice truck for the kids. So, hey, we gave her that win for her and the kids. In the end, Abbott scores a gigantic victory. Morale goes back up, and Janine gets her little confidence boost for her and the kids. Everyone feeling good. Because if nothing else, Janine will always keep swinging for that school, okay? Overall, this episode was the perfect reminder that Abbott may not have as much money as the charter schools, but it's got heart and just enough teamwork to keep the wheels turning. Okay? So we'll call that a win. Next is episode 3, Story Samurai. Okay, so this episode was cringe at its highest level. So, the Story Samurai are basically this overly enthusiastic, slightly cringe traveling storytelling group that is coming to Abbott. And of course, Jacob is like obsessed. Like, this is like his thing. He is so down for it. It's honestly, he's practically vibrating. And Ava drops one of the funniest lines on this episode We can't afford for you to have a seizure during school hours. I died. Like, the writers for the show are insane. Like, how did they even come up with that line? Anyway, everyone thinks that the samurai are corny because it's story samurai. Just the name alone is corny. But everyone is still very okay with them being there because it means that they can catch up on grading and lesson plans. And honestly, I feel like teachers pray for that slightly inconvenient assembly so they can like breathe for 45 minutes to an hour. Because I've been in elementary and middle school. Kids are exhausting. So, I mean, I get it. So, I get it. It's just like, dang. Jacob, meanwhile, is selling this story samurai like it's the coolest thing ever. It's not. I'm just going to tell you outright, it's just not. But his excitement is adorable. So, Ava, of course, is just standing back watching it all happen, streaming it everywhere like the agent of chaos she is. Because why not? So when Jacob announces that he's going to join them, everyone is waiting for this hilarious train wreck to happen. And Janine, being, well, Janine, immediately jumps in to save him from embarrassing himself. But Ava makes sure all her effort to stop him fails spectacularly. She literally announces over the intercom, he's just doing it. And then we get one of my favorite little moments. The knock that Gregory does on the wall just to talk to Janine is so adorable. Ugh. The slow burn is just slow burning. But Gregory letting Janine know that authenticity matters and that Jacob's gotta just be him. If it makes him happy, hey, you can't stop him and you can't knock him because, hey, he's doing things that people just wouldn't do. He is being himself. And these days, that is hard to come by. So Janine chills out and lets Jacob be Jacob. And hey, he's actually good at it. Corny as it is. And I'm proud of him. It's hard to do something like that, like embarrassing yourself, knowing that you're embarrassing yourself. So, hey. But my thing is, how has Jacob not realized that he was corny before this episode? Like, not one person mentioned it in passing. No person just said, "Are you usually this corny?" Like, no. Anyway, at least everyone, staff and students, accepts him for it. It's peak Abbott. Chaotic but supportive. Over in the other scenes, Melissa is barely holding it together with 2 combined classes. Her crashing out is absolutely hilarious. Okay? Like, second and third graders. And them just switching sides of the classroom based purely on what they know is crazy. But when Barbara gently nudges her towards getting an aid, I love that for them. It is so pure. It's making everyone aware that even veteran teachers need help sometimes. You can't handle it all. Even if you've been there for a while. But when the aide actually shows up, Melissa immediately realizes that she might have her hands full. and not just with the classrooms, but with her aide. Even Ava looks at her like, yeah, good luck with that. In the end, Melissa learns that accepting help doesn't make you any less capable. It actually makes you seem like, hey, not everyone has to be strong or superwoman or superman all the time. Jacob gets to live in his corny thespian dreams, even though it is so cringy. And Janine learns that, hey, if you want to be corny, you can be corny. You just gotta accept it. Basically, this episode, like I said, is a perfect mix of cringe, comedy, and growth, proving that everyone's brand of chaos has a place at Abbott. All right, loves, that's another round of Abbott Elementary Chaos wrapped up. Janine still trying to save the school like she's one staff meeting away from a cape. Gregory still over here catching feelings in 4K. Barbara school and everyone with Grace and side eye, and Ava, well, still thriving in pure delusion. But hey, nothing but consistency from this crew. But I do want to know, who do you think is your emotional twin in this episode? Janine, fighting with everything you got, even when you don't want to. A Barbara, surviving with poise and a petty glance. Gregory, bottling feelings and silently judging. Melissa, running on sarcasm and coffee. Or Ava, living in your own main character energy. Let me know in the comments, because I swear Abbott has a character for every mood. Make sure to follow, subscribe, like, or whatever your platform calls it, so you don't miss the next recap. Next episode, we're heading into more of season 2 chaos, new problems, new drama, and probably another Ava scheme. This has been I Know It's Been a While with your host Livy, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.